Good morning. You must be here to see Father Jeff. Hold on just a minute, please.
Yes.
Father Jeff, your appointment is here.
Send him back.
I will. You can go on back, please. He's ready to see you.
Well, good morning. Morning has broken, but not yet. So glad that you came here. We're getting ready to start our 50th episode extravaganza, and we want to take you behind the scenes. So why don't you follow me and see how this craziness gets put together. We'll just come right down this way. Diane, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Father
Excellent. Jonathan, are we ready?
We're getting there. I always forget something.
Forget something.
Can't have morning is broken without
This is where the studio is, so come on in.
All
All right, we've got to figure out what to do.
Yeah.
So we're going to get all set up, get the lights turned on, get the cameras plugged in, get the computer going, and while we're doing all of this to get today's show ready, why don't you take a look at some of our past episodes getting ready. Okay, and then that is...
It's turning on afterwards.
It's turning on after. Where's the remote control? You
I
got
have
the
it.
remote control. Okay.
Come on.
Are you ready? Do we need the phone closer over here for music?
I've got the phone.
Okay. On 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going live. I'll tell you when the first person comes on.
Father Jeff, what are we doing for the table today?
Well, I ordered some flowers
Oh my god.
for our 50th episode extravaganza.
You think that's overkill?
No.
You
In fact, I think it's a little underkill, if I do say so myself. So, we always try to set up this table in some way with something. Sometimes it goes with what we're talking about.
we're not supposed to talk about this.
We don't really talk about this. Maybe you've noticed that this is not something we talk about. But from the first day when we started, I decided that Staples had to be a part of the show and that he would be there the whole time. And he has. And
Except for one.
Except for one, the one I wasn't there at. You put him away. But when we put him out there, he's just doing random things. And it's like a little Easter egg. It's for you to find and for you to figure out.
What is Staples doing today?
What is Staples up to today? And it's always happening behind our backs. So we don't point it out. It's for your enjoyment. So
Yes.
we're going to get the table set up. And while we do that, why don't you take a look at these clips that kind of show us what's
Setting
going
up,
on
how it
behind the
goes.
scenes. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Take a look.
Here's the broken screen we use. And the name of the song is called Yard Sale. Sound check.
This is how we know what we're doing each day. We have morning chit chat, and we talk about a saint, a topic. If we have some kind of call to action for you guys, questions from home, news and updates, we color code them on our menu sheet here, so we know that what we're going to do and talk about for the day.
Usually it's empty.
We got some stuff. Got some stuff. Time, so we don't go over, which we always
But what
do.
is over? We're not.
What is over?
We're not regulated by some other show.
Not
coming on
regular.
afterwards.
No, nothing's coming on after us. Old holy water. And then we have to talk about divine mercy today, and someone asked for like the history of that, and so I guess we'll make that one of our main topics.
Yeah.
Call to action. Make a May basket and leave it on someone's porch.
That sounds
Yep.
good. Yeah.
Good morning. How are you today?
It is week 6 already.
Son of a biscuit.
I know, look at this. So the roll 6, this doesn't actually mean roll. That's code for week.
That's good.
And take, that doesn't actually mean take. That's code for day. So we are in week 6. This is episode 22, and it is the first day of the week. That's our little code there, that when you see that thing.
Father Jeff, how
That's
do you
what
feel
that
about
means.
this?
Episode 50,
The big one.
week 11, take 5. So we're getting ready to start the show.
Father Jeff, your
We
flowers are
get that-
ridiculous.
Shush. We put that in place.
We got to get
We're
going.
gonna close
It
the
is
door. It's going to be about time to get
28.
started. Jonathan, are you ready with the music?
I am trying.
Got my coffee.
All right. That's going.
This is what happens behind the scenes. Getting everything ready. What's the name of the song, Jonathan?
Yard sale.
That's right, yard sale.
So I looked it up, well, because I was cleaning my emails out, or I was doing something. I found this song back in 2016. And like I said before, I wanted to do some kind of a podcast or video vlog or something like that. Oh, I need to get Facebook going.
Get it going. We have to see who's going to be logging in. Even though you're already all logged in, this is what happens behind the scenes.
And so yeah, back in 2016, and I've been saving it on my computer. It's been here. And the hope is to get it going now.
Once again, Mary Dolan designed our little logo that you always see on the camera every day. Thank you, Mary. I mean, what is this? This is about a 2-minute and some odd second
Yep.
clip. And the reason we always play the whole thing is we want to give you all time to log on.
It's really long. And sitting
It's
here,
kind of long.
it takes forever.
Well, unless we're still scrambling to figure out what we're talking about, which often happens. Many times I'm sitting here at the board, scribbling things to talk about. Sometimes
Whispering
I've got
sweet nothings in my ear.
the Encyclopedia of Saints. Who the heck is today's saint, and what do we know about him or her?
I'm usually saying things, and Father Jeff just doesn't even respond because.
Well, I generally don't hear you say things.
That's my life.
Dies Domini, which we're not going to do today. We're doing our 50th. We're getting ready to start the show. You getting excited?
I am so excited.
I cannot wait. Don't you like the addition of these lights? We never used to have. They do make a big difference.
It does.
I went back and looked at some of the older shows. Oh my gosh.
It's not good.
It was terrible. We used to film on that wall over there, if you remember. That was our old thing, and then we kind of rearranged the room and oriented it this way, and we got these beautiful window things with our fake background that kind of peels
Don't
off.
mess it up.
I'm
That's
sorry.
gonna last another 50 episodes.
Wait a minute. Ah! Okay, this is how this works. Then you scramble
Sure.
last minute, kill the
Turn off
music.
the speaker. Take off the sunshine. See what he's saying. Oh, the computer.
Get the computer in place. And this is me always waiting for Jonathan to get ready. And good morning. Morning has. I always want to say good morning, Vietnam.
Good morning, Vietnam!
Morning has broken.
And we are your consecrated hosts.
Father Jeff, consecrated by holy orders.
Jonathan, consecrated by baptism.
Jonathan, here we go.
Here we go.
50 shows.
50 shows. I'll
50
jump to that.
episodes. Ah!
What is this, Father Jeff?
It's a little champagne. A little champagne. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Heck with the coffee today. Going with a little champagne to celebrate 50 episodes.
For my water.
It's good dry champagne.
Ugh.
So 50 episodes. Who knew we would get this far?
Oh my goodness.
When we started this back on March
18?
7th, was it St.
Question
Patrick's Day? Was it the day
No.
before, around? It was because 15 was the Sunday. The 16th was the first day of everything shutting down, at least in the diocese. The 17th was our first live stream mass. The 18th must have been the Wednesday.
It was a Thursday, I think.
Oh, it could have been. Well, that was St. Joseph's Day. Didn't we do one before St. Joseph? We did one before St. Joseph's Day.
Okay.
I think the
That's
18th.
it.
So anyway, it's been a while. March to April to May. 3 months.
And 50 episodes.
And 50 episodes later, and we're all still here. And if you've got some champagne at home, crack it open. Happy 50th episode.
9:30. We already cheers. I already put my lips on it. I don't want to get anything. Whatever.
Oh
you
yeah,
want.
no chinking, the clinking, and prosting or whatever the glass is. So, but I'm amazed we haven't run out of things to talk about as we do with these shows.
I think it was week 2. After that short week that you said we've talked about everything.
We've talked about everything.
There's nothing
There's
else
nothing
to cover.
else to talk about.
So
it doesn't. Sometimes it's real easy to figure out what we're going to talk about. Other times, not so much.
right, but since life outside of this has kind of stood still, talking about outside life doesn't do
Yeah.
much for us because it's like, well, I was staying at home all night.
Exactly.
And nothing's going on in the real world.
Let's take you behind the scenes and show you some of our planning and the things that we talk about, so we know what we're going to talk about when we start talking about them on the show.
Lots of talking.
Okay, yeah.
So this is the 1 month anniversary of being in
Captivity.
It's the Babylonian captivity. So we need to talk about. Maybe we do. Maybe we do. Oh, Friday's Arbor Day. We can go plant a tree.
We need to do the cooking
No,
show.
we're just 10 minutes. If I were watching this show, I would be super bored. Why do you people watch? I don't understand. We talk about nothing. It's like Seinfeld. It's a show about nothing. And a few gems along the way. I guess we could give some nuggets.
There's a couple nuggets.
There's a couple nuggets.
Usually we're on
Any announcements? Do we have any announcements today?
Well,
There's nothing going on this weekend, is there? The
Isn't.
St. Vincent de Paul isn't doing their thing this
we're
weekend,
not
is
gonna
it?
talk, no.
This is episode 21. Oh, we need to talk about, I wanted to talk about Fridays, Friday penances.
Oh,
and
where's my
especially
meat?
that today is not a day.
I gotta rip it up.
You have to rip your meat prohibition poster up. Today's kind of a boring prep day.
Yeah, I know.
Sneeze.
Not on me.
Bless you. Bless you. We're like, bless you.
Always in threes. God bless me.
But I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I was.
You set up all
Really? Crazy?
Okay, well, that was May 21st.
That's really weird why that.
St. Mark. May crowning. Get a statue of Mary.
Check.
Kind of important.
Oh, we're halfway there.
Make a crown. Choose a May Queen. Jonathan, would you like to be our May Queen today?
I will do it. They elected one when I was in Catholic school and I didn't get to be
Get
it.
some blossoms, some
Exactly.
decorations.
Jackie just volunteered to
Traumatized.
Choose the music and then do it. No, I was just telling you how to do a May crowning. Let me go look up some pagan rituals real quick.
That'll be a good audio. I didn't get the video. Is it a rough day, Staples?
Gosh. We've talked about everything. Even once we get all of the planning done and we know what we're going to talk about and we have our marker board all filled up with our notes back there behind the camera, that last 5 minutes before the show,
That's when the fun really starts.
it's amazing how much happens in that short little time.
It's true.
Yeah, take a look. Coming! Put the thing on. Nothing like scramble in the last 5 minutes.
You could.
All right, there's no computer in here. The camera's not situated. Things are ready to happen. I don't understand.
You never understand.
Oh, Jonathan, why are you so? Less. 5 minutes.
No, that's fine. We've got plenty of time. Oh, it's only 9:26.
Well, I need to get some coffee. I need to go potty. And
Following
I'm ready. Like I said, when it was 15 minutes ago.
And I need to get out of the bulletin so Diane can. I gotta get some coffee.
Always complaining, saying I don't have anything ready, and then who ends up running around at the end?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I have complete confidence and trust that the show is always going to be just the way it is supposed to be.
I'm sure.
Yeah. No, it's something, coming up with the topics and getting ready but I think we spent a lot more time early on, back in those early episodes, like really planning and thinking what we were going to talk about and getting all sorts of things.
Oh my goodness. Looking at the early episodes.
Do you remember that time we went back and looked at episode 1?
We did.
Episode 1.
Morning has broken, and we're your consecrated hosts.
I'm Father Jeff, consecrated by holy orders.
And I'm Jonathan, consecrated by baptism.
We promise to be mostly holy this morning, slightly irreverent, but hopefully entertaining. Jonathan, we decided that we were going to do this today because people are at home, they're stuck in coronavirus lockdown, and need some community time.
Well, hopefully we can help out with that and do something for them.
Is this number one?
This is number 1. I'm
Yep.
already cringing. It's like, look at all this
Look how
dead
short your hair is.
I know. We've come a long way since then. It was kind of fun to look back, and so that was us. That's us looking back at us, looking back at us.
Yeah, which is...
That's a weird thing. And now if we watch this back, it's going to be us looking back at us, looking back
And
at
it'll
us.
still be
looking back at-
cringeworthy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's something.
But it's
something.
something to see, like our grooming, our hair was so much better back then because we could actually get haircuts.
Well, I know it's so funny that as you look across the episodes, the short hair goes to long hair, goes to then short hair again. You got your haircut, and I
Yeah.
just got my haircut a couple days ago.
The sets changed.
But we've changed the set around. So much has changed, and we do try to. It's kind of funny when you're going to go on camera. You think about these things. Always tucking in your shirt and straightening out your hair, and
it's not
I know-
easy looking this good, Father Jeff.
I know you think that I wake up in the morning and this beautiful.
For the love.
For the love, this is how we get ready.
To get out.
One of these days when our hair gets too long, we're gonna have to be wearing hats. Now we're all hat people again.
It's already all the...
I don't think I put enough product in my hair today. I'm very flat. I need some product. This is. Diane, do you have hair product? Surely Phyllis does. Go rummage through her closet. I need a mirror.
I got glue. In fact, I have some super glue.
And some. Oh, we do need to address what are we doing? We were talking about the future of the live streaming, and we don't want to give the impression that it's just all going to stop on May 1st. That it's going. This is. All right.
I already
just it's like when this is all done, we're all gonna look like the Harry Potter cast on episode 4, where they have all the big bushy hair. I remember that because it was very popular to have big. I have a picture of me with that kind of.
no.
You saw that picture?
I saw it.
Yeah, I have lots of hair going on. Oh my gosh! Archbishop Curtis told me you need to get a haircut. You look like a hippie.
We need to bring that in.
Oh, dear Lord. Episode 20. When I too vigorously fluff my hair, I get marks across my forehead. I need to get into hair and makeup!
Oh, Father Jeff. Really? I can't imagine if you had actual hair and makeup.
It would be so... Yeah, I don't know. When I listen to those actors, especially like on those science fiction or fantasy or basic, when they talk about, I was in hair and makeup for 3 hours, or you sit in that chair as they put all the prosthetics on and everything. Thank goodness we don't have to wear prosthetics.
Yeah. Well, with all the mirrors and everything, you would never get out of there because you'd always find the one thing that's wrong.
Oh, wait a minute. We need to take care of that. Wait a minute. We need to take care of that.
Oh, wait. I see another gray hair.
Jonathan, are you calling me vain?
I mean...
What do you think?
And then I can still have access to it.
Look at that! Look at how smart I am. I don't know. Probably depends more what I look like on it. That's cute. Whoever made those is so talented.
Oh, we actually do need to go.
Wait, that clock is
Do you think I'm just saying things because I like to talk?
Yeah.
Yes. Ah! Jonathan, you know I'm vain.
I do.
And if you didn't, you've discovered it real soon.
Figured we'll,
Also,
yeah.
if you're gonna film sideways. No, now it's too late.
Oh, yeah, the
clip,
landscape.
right? I mean, I
just
guess.
wanted to talk about myself.
Jonathan, who wants to talk about themselves? Who wants to talk about
Me.
themselves?
Always. I just can't express it because you're kind of my boss.
And I'm kind of always talking. Well, there is that. But,
But
as we were watching that back, all the little things that Staples,
yeah.
we end up making a lot of these things on our own. For just back here in the corner, got a few
I
things
thought the whole thing on Vanity was over.
that maybe you have seen and remember. We've saved a few of the little props that Staples. Here was the little chef's hat that Staples wore for one of our cooking episodes. Here was his little book that he was reading one day on his episode. Here's the little umbrella that he was carrying on one of his episodes. Here is his little bowl of food. This was an early prop.
That was one of the first ones.
That was one of the first props. The little food that...
It also looks like the dog poop you made one time.
There's no crunch left to that one.
That's because it's 3 months old.
Here's his little... That is 3 months old. Excuse me while I disinfect. Yeah, so... Ew.
Maybe we should just go on a trip
There
down
might
memory lane.
there might only be 50 episodes. Oh, that's nasty. Yeah, so whoever did make those is really talented. Oh, poor Staples. Staples is he's appeared on here once or twice, and he's usually not in the room while we're doing things just because he'd be quiet. He'd probably just be here. But he's usually hanging out in the front there and just around. So I think we got a couple shots of him.
We do.
Yeah, take a look at the dog. I'm gonna. love that lion. That's so cute.
Have to get him. Oh, he's hiding. Okay, he'll be out in a minute. I'm gonna take it off so we can see him. Aww.
He's on the cloud.
Yep.
Come on, dog.
Oh, Staples.
Staples taking his little nap out there on that little blanket. Diane puts that little blanket out there, especially when it's cold outside during the winter. Yeah, she'll always make sure that when she comes in, she goes and gets the little blanket and puts it out there. And as soon as he sees it, he hops up on that little couch
He
and
loves
hangs
that
out.
thing.
He's a good office dog.
He is a really good office dog.
Staples is real. I mean, he just, as the older he's gotten, because he's like 11 and a half now, he hangs out, and a lot of times he'll sit under my desk, or he'll hang out under he seems to know like what time of day it is and what should be happening when. So when it's about time for mass, he's already up front, but he knows he's not supposed to be out front. So he's just a good dog.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
a
you
good
spend
dog.
a lot of time setting up for Staples stuff, but then also the setting up of just everything kind of takes a while sometimes.
You know, sometimes things are a little more elaborate. We don't order them in, and we put them together ourselves. So let's
we have gotten better though. As everything started, it was kind of chaotic.
Yeah.
But then every now and then we throw a wrench in, and it's just one of those days where it seems like nothing's going right.
Every
nothing's
now and
setting up.
again, setting up can go any which way. Take a look. Did she?
Yeah.
It depends on what
These
I'm
look like clouds,
filming.
they just look like big spitballs on the wall.
Because I suppose
It's a little different than normal. Yeah, that's not gonna work so well.
Do you have fishing
Maybe I could
rod?
stand on the windowsill.
Do you want the stepladder?
A stepladder would probably be wide. Alright, so this is what we'll have for our background, so don't get your coffee over here.
when is Staples gonna make his debut on the show?
Oh, that's another one.
You can peek out from underneath But it's dead. I pulled that out of Phyllis's cupboard. I said, Phyllis, surely we'll have Christmas decorations.
Chocolates.
We probably need to start going. It's like heaven now. Well, there we go. Setting things up. We don't have a hair person. We don't have makeup person. We don't have a lighting person. We don't have...
I am the lighting person.
You are the lighting person. A camera person. We have to be all of these things.
We are all of them.
I'm the best boy. I know that. I know that's a thing on the credit. The best boy.
Oh, good grief.
Used to go back in the... Oh, no. Jonathan.
Yes, Father Jeff.
You know what was so funny? My mom asked me one day, she said, you and Jonathan must be pretty good friends. I mean, it seems like you get along. She has no idea.
We're more than ready.
Where's the computer?
It's right here. I have to
No.
wait till this starts to do the computer.
Jonathan. So, except now I can't see our board because you've got this thing in front of me.
Do you need it higher?
No, because then it covers up the TV. I can't see the TV.
Well, what if you put
Do you need it to the side?
where that chair is?
Then every time I'm looking at the board, then you're not going to see the board.
I don't need to see the board. I can see. I know
Fine.
the board enough.
Fine. Whatever.
It's got nothing on
Fine. I can't work like this. I see the time. The time doesn't come up on the TV?
No, because we zoom in.
Oh.
Because you can't read the little letters.
Shush. I can read just fine.
Then why do I zoom in? The phone, so we could play the music.
You kind of need to get...
we have 15 minutes, Father
You
Jeff.
think we could do this, and then we have all these issues at the end, and we're running around, and it's like, oh, I forgot to go potty. I need to go potty. great theologians.
Do I bring out my huge chart?
No. We're not doing discipleship. We're just doing evangelization.
That's part of evangelization.
No, that's
though.
the discipleship part of it.
But you have to understand where they are.
I don't think you know how to do this.
Well, then I don't know why you hired me.
I don't either.
We are just getting testy.
I will just use the words.
Oh, but maybe it... No. That is precarious.
You're
Next box.
precarious.
What about the cleaner?
You know what? This relationship isn't working anymore. We'll be
You're
moving
what?
into the third decade.
Oh.
This is what happens.
Yep.
He's either sleeping or I killed him.
That
We won't
could be.
tell.
Yep.
Well, we've come a long way.
Yeah, you've tried to kill me.
I didn't. Do or do not. There is no try. Apparently, I did not kill you.
Thanks, Yoda.
You're welcome. Cheers to your health, Jonathan.
Cheers.
So much goes on around here. It's not everything goes as planned, and some things are just totally random and come out of nowhere. Whether it's the comments that we get from you guys or the questions that come in.
Yep.
Some of the things that we're setting up or talking about.
Right.
Just a little behind the scenes things.
Yeah. I know you can't sit still. We talked about that.
I cannot sit still. I mean, I don't know. I try. I don't know how many times I move around. I don't know if it bothers you. It doesn't bother me. But I do not sit still very well. I don't think I have ADD, ADHD, what other D's and days there are. But I'm.
Today is Friday.
Today is Friday. We know that. It is Friday.
You, sometimes you don't know that.
Sometimes we don't know that. But yeah. And sometimes I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Sometimes the show's not live.
No.
Jonathan.
Come on.
There are times where we
Please?
There are times when we pre-record some of our segments.
I don't believe it.
You believe it? Especially the cooking shows. It's kind of hard. I know magic and television and all that, but it's kind of hard to do all of that.
I think
live.
with the eggplant one, it was kind of obvious.
Oh.
But
that one will be a little obvious, yeah. Well, that's coming up here in a bit, and
I meant you putting it in the oven and everything else. But
you're
talking about.
Well, we've got some outtakes here and some just random.
This is just random.
Just randomness. So enjoy a little bit of randomness. Chaos theory. Play the role.
I've been working on this whole time.
See, look at this.
Yep.
Lipstick. Ladies, wearing lipstick and receiving from the chalice. Hard to get that out of these linens. I need my strength before getting on air. We wouldn't want me passing out in front of the camera. It's very funny because the spell check really caught her on this one. Why doesn't the Apostle Ricky knight Jesus when he appears to come after Rosencrantz?
Nice.
That is an awesome text.
Whatever.
I burned the bejesus out of myself.
You are straying from topic.
I just hurt. It hurts.
I don't care if you burned yourself. Oh my gosh.
What did you do?
All right, I was just in the middle of making things, so come on in.
Well, I was hoping I'd catch you at a bad time. You're so jovial this Monday morning.
Jonathan, with you, it's always a bad time.
Thanks, Father Jeff.
You're welcome.
So you said you're cooking up a lunch for yourself.
We are cooking up a little lunch, eggplant parmesan. It's delicious.
I thought it was Parmesan.
Eggplant parmesan. And what we're going to do here is I'm just going to trim the ends off of it. And you want to cut this probably, I don't know, what is that? Half inch, 3/4 of an inch slices here. You just want nice, thick slices, because we are going to, we're going to grill these. You are looking at this very remarkably.
Yeah.
What is,
The camera's being very slow. I don't know why.
we can't redo this.
We can redo it.
I don't have another eggplant.
I know, I understand. I understand. You can start cutting, because you can be cutting, and like you were cutting, and this.
What? That's hilarious. Are we recording, Jonathan?
We are recording.
Are we recording now?
We are recording.
Are the people at home seeing us?
We don't really know.
Are you
sometimes.
seeing me?
We don't have
Can
a
you
red
see
light.
me? I know, there's no red light.
And
sometimes you all make comments saying, you're not coming in very clear. The internet, all of the Wi-Fi issues, this, that, and the other thing. I guess.
sometimes there's just not another eggplant.
Sometimes there's just not another eggplant. I was really kind of annoyed. You could see the annoyance creep across.
Father
It was
Jeff,
like,
I saw your face. I laughed so much that day watching that video over and over because I could see your blood start to boil.
The moment I set the knife down, it was hilarious.
It was hilarious.
It was hilarious. Oh my gosh. That was, yeah. You know, in all of this whole quarantine, this whole COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic thing that we're going through has created this show in some strange world. And you are a part of that world, and we want to thank you for being a part of that world. I enjoy doing it.
It's fun. It's definitely different. It breaks apart the day, but it's also just something to look forward to because we don't really know we a lot of times don't know what's going to happen.
We don't, as you see. We don't know what's going to happen. We want to build a little community and what's great about this is there's so many of you from different places. And if you want, go ahead and where are y'all from? We're seeing people from Texas and from different parts of Nebraska and from other states.
Maryland, California,
all
Hawaii.
Over the place. I know. It's amazing to see where people are coming from.
It really is.
It's good to have you all with us and this extended family, this extended community.
And we've had so many people come in and say, or write in and say, oh, I feel like I know Father Jeff now, or I didn't even know who Jonathan was before this. And now
you see his
I feel
name.
like I know you pretty well. And I still don't really know you, but hopefully that can change.
Once we start meeting in person again, and it's like, I watch your show. I'm so-and-so. I'm that name you see scrolling on that thing. And we do want to see those folks that we may or may not know and get to know each other.
I was talking to a relative last weekend, and I referenced the show, and that just felt so weird. The show. And it just felt so weird because we aren't doing it's not a great big production, but it is a big part of our lives right now because this is what's going on.
It's what's going on. It's this moment in history. It's hopefully it's a little educational. It's little fun.
Yeah, shoot. I wish that first episode you mentioned a couple things that we were hoping to be a little bit.
That's right.
Or
that we were going to be a little irreverent and always entertaining. I think you can hear it. If you could kind of hear it as we were watching. If not, go back and watch episode 1. Well, go. Yeah, it's a little. It's rough around the edges, but we all still are a little bit. Did you shave today?
No. I like letting it grow out a couple days, then shaving.
I do that every once in a while.
I can't decide what I want.
Yeah. Well, Jonathan, I think we can decide that this is a wrap. We'll wrap this up for today. We're probably going to be taking some time off during the summer as the months, as June and July roll over. We were looking at our calendars, and there's some time that I'm going to be away on retreat, and then a little vacation later on in July, and Jonathan's going to be away for some time with his family, and so we're not going to be around at the same time, and things are going to go a little... So we'll let you know when the season 1 is going to come to its
I think we'll still be there for most of June.
Probably. And then maybe July will be not so much. But we'll let you know. We'll talk about it. Hopefully we'll be a little more active outside and enjoy things that way.
I think 50 episodes, even if we still were to cut it now, which we're not, 50 episodes in one season, that's a pretty good deal.
That's a good run. They don't do that anymore.
No.
I mean, I think 24 episodes or so was a highlight back in the day.
But that's not for like daily episodic content. You
No,
know, like
that's
Jeopardy, who knows how
We're
long
a
that
daily
stuff goes.
We're daily episodic.
Oh my
A
goodness.
daily episode.
And we still haven't gotten any calls from EWTN. Unbelievable.
We haven't gotten any from the FCC either, and that's even better.
Hallelujah.
All right, y'all. Have a beautiful day. Enjoy the weekend, Pentecost this weekend.
Come Holy Spirit.
Come Holy Spirit. It should be many churches in Omaha at least are opening up again for the first time. And so you'll be back in parishes maybe. People are crawling out little by little every weekend. We have a few more people show up. And enjoy the weekend. Hopefully it'll be good weather. And we will see you next week.
Thanks for having us.
Have a good one. Bye-bye. We're starting now. Go away.